Every player card and every play in NFL 2K Playmakers each come with one of several different types of what we are going to call playstyles. Now, these playstyles can be found on every single player card by this little icon right here. There are currently 8 different playstyles in the game, and I tell you, they absolutely change the game, the mechanics, your playstyle, your strategy, your playbook, everything. Understanding these play styles is very important to success. Well, at least maximizing your potential to be successful in the game. And once we get into events, once they come, I think understanding this is probably going to be the most important thing. So that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. I'm going to give you a complete guide to understanding what these playstyles are, all the different ones, what they mean to your playbook and deck building, and how to strategize your whole entire game plan around these playstyles. So first, let's talk about the 8 different types of playstyles, and then we'll get into what they actually do. And like I said, I just made up the name playstyles because I don't know what else to call them. They have to do with plays, they have to do with the playbook, they have to do with the players. So why not call them playstyles? There's no information in the game or on the website that names these things specifically. So we're just gonna have to come up with our own name until we figure out, or at least hear from them, of what they're actually called. But let's talk about, like I said, the 8 different types. And the first one is going to be the one like this, where he's kind of flexing, and we're going to call this one power. And then we'll have the captains right here. The one with the playbook I called playmaker. The one with the hand I'm going to call, well, hands. The one that has the heart, we're just going to call heart. The lightning bolt, we're just going to call lightning. We have a star right here with obviously a star. Very basic, simple names. Crosshairs, except I'm going to call it the sniper. And now these 8 different play styles are also going to be on the plays. And this is very important when you're talking about deck building, because in order to receive the bonus that you get in the game for calling that play, you have to have a player in that play that has the same play style. So for example, we have hands right here. In order to get this bonus right here, this 18% that it shows, you have to have either your wide receiver or your quarterback with that particular play style. So every single play in the game is going to have one specific play style, and that player must have that play style in order to get that boost for that particular play style. Now, one thing to note about these boosts, that they are uniform across every single tier. So regardless if it is silver, gold, emerald, or sapphire, if you have a star play with a star play style or player, it is always going to get 12% boost. The only difference between each of the tiers when you're talking about silver, gold, emerald, or sapphire is going to be the additional boost you get on top of whatever playstyle boost you get. And so any player that has a star in this particular player gets 12%. And being that it's an emerald, gets an additional 146 points on top of their stat. One thing that's different though with each particular playstyle is the boost for that playstyle is different depending on the playstyle. So you just saw that that star was 12%. Well, that is the lowest boost that you can get in these plays or playstyles. The highest boost is going to be a captain's boost. Any single captain on the team that has a captain play is going to get 32% boost. So that definitely makes a huge difference. If you have any player in your lineup or in your team that has that captain icon and you have a captain play, regardless of what tier it is, they're going to get 32% on top of their original stats. So the actual percentage boost for not only the plays, but the players themselves and each of the play styles, star and heart, are both going to be the lowest. They're only 12% boost. So that can make a big difference. You might have a really good player, but if they are a star or a heart play style, then they might not actually be that good because you can make other players better than them with different play styles. So star and heart are going to be at 12%. Then we have 3 that's at 18%. And that is going to be the power, Aaron Donald, Justin Jefferson with the hands, and then we got Kenneth Walker with the lightning. So any player that has power, hands, or lightning is going to get 18% boost if you play a power, hands, or lightning play. And then we got the sniper play style. That's at a 22% boost. And then we got a playmaker play style, which is 26% boost. And then we got the captain play style, which is 32% boost. Now, like I said, those boosts on those particular play styles are uniform, regardless of what tier the play is. So if it's a silver, you're still going to get a 32% boost with a captain play using a captain player. Even if it's sapphire, you're going to get the same 32%. The only difference between the tiers, like I said, is the numerical boost that you get after the percentage. So in the future, if you want to check just to see what the percentages are, because maybe you don't remember, everything that we talked about in this video, just go to your plays and just click on a play, star, 12%, and you'll see that it is 12%. You click on a playmaker play, that is going to be 26%. You click on a heart play, it's going to be 12%. And so just go into your playbook, or go into your plays, find a particular play with that particular play style or icon, click on it, and it'll tell you the boost down there at the bottom. Just to show you the impact of these particular play styles, calling the right play and putting the right players in your roster or in your squad, we're going to take a look at these two play styles in each of the extremes. We have a captain card right here of Gardner Minshew. 2194. Now, he's not very good as far as overall rating in the Sapphire quarterbacks. We have a Kirk Cousins here, which is the second highest quarterback, but he is a heart play style. 2444. Now, remember what I said about the bonuses. Captain is 32%. Heart is 12%. So let's say you have a captain play style with a captain play, you're going to get a 32% boost. Now that 32% on the 2194 is going to end up being 2896. So his stats, if you call a captain play, he will get a 32% boost on top of, whatever base stats is going to be on that tier of the card. But we're just going to talk about percentages. It ends up being 2896. That's a huge boost. Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, if you call a heart play with his heart play style, he gets a 12% boost, and that ends up being a 2737 overall. So having the right play with the right player, Minshew actually ends up being 159 points higher than Kirk Cousins just because you called the right play with the right play style. Now, this certainly brings a whole new level of complexity and diversity when it comes to squad building and roster building and playbook calling and all sorts of stuff. I haven't completely mastered how I'm going to do this or the best way to do this. I'm at least going to give you all the information that I know about right now. But if you go into your roster, for example, just so you can see your players and the plays that you have and how they could be affected, if you go into your roster, this is my current roster right here with all of my starters. You click this little icon down here under the plays and or under the players, and it goes to playbook. You click on any particular play in here and it'll highlight which two cards are involved in that particular play. Now, this play is a heart. I'm still auto doing it, by the way. I haven't tried to maximize this just yet because I'm still trying to grind to get to that sapphire tier. But for this particular case, this is a heart play. And so if this running back right here or this tight end were of the heart play style, then they would get a 12% boost. Same thing with this star right here. If any of these two players were star, then we would get a 12% boost. We have lightning. We do have a tight end that has lightning. So every single time I call this silver jet sweep, this tight end right here, since he has the lightning play style with a lightning play, he is going to be getting 18% boost on top of that. So all of these boosts are going to make a huge impact in the game. Having stats when you do your matchup in your plays makes the difference in your percentages. It could mean taking you from 33% up to 66%, from 1/3 to 2/3, or 40% to 80%. These make a huge impact on the game and strategy and play calling. Here's hands right here. We got a quarterback. We have a wide receiver. We got toughness right here. Running back looks like tough. These icons are pretty small and I have my glasses on. We have playbook or playmaker, which is Patrick Mahomes. And so every single time that we call this play, Patrick Mahomes is going to get a 26% boost with this play. And now what you can do when you're in your playbooks and you see which players need to be which play styles to get the boost. For example, this halfback dive, it's an emerald halfback dive. It's a pretty solid tier, which means it's going to get a numerical stat boost, which is pretty high. But if we can get that extra heart play style in there, we'll get an additional 12%. The 12% is the lowest, but it is still 12%. You see, we have a running back right here that's, a heart play style. So I could just hold on to him. If I can do this with a mouse, we'll just hold on to him and we'll drag him over and put him in halfback slot number 1. And so now with this particular play, we have a heart play style with a heart play, and he's going to get that 12% boost. Now, keep in mind, this also works for defense as well. There's not really, at least what I've seen so far, an efficient way to kind of figure out what the best players are going to be, or the best play styles that are going to be to put in on defense, because, well, you're subject to your opponent's playbook. Now, you can see every single play if you go into catalog, and you can see what defensive players are being played for that play in every single play. But you don't know their playbook. You don't know what plays they have. You don't know what plays are going to be called. And so it's going to be really hard to necessarily determine which play styles are going to be best on defense, at least as of right now. I'm still trying to take a bunch of different stats and log in a bunch of information into spreadsheets, which, again, if you want to check out the spreadsheet, which I am doing this on, especially with the play styles and the plays and all that stuff, I'll leave the link for in the description. It's the same one as we used previously. It's just going to be on another tab. But go check it out. We're going to get it filled out eventually, and I'm going to try to figure out the best way and the best play styles to use for defense. So that's kind of up in the air, but at least with the offense, you can plan. Another thing to keep in mind is that not all plays are in every single tier. There are some duplicates, like you might find the same play in Sapphire as you did in Gold, but there are quite a few of them that are different, especially one tier after another, which means different play styles. I did add up the total number, at least as far as plays go. There were 41 different plays, and out of the 41 plays, hands, lightning, and power all had 6 total plays. Sniper and captain and star all had 5 plays, and then heart and playmaker only had 4 plays. So that kind of gives you an idea of the distribution as far as the plays go. I haven't done the same thing for the players themselves, how many each of the play styles are in each one of the positions. Certainly a lot of work, but that is basically going to be your complete introductory guide to play styles. And hopefully we get more information on this. Like I said, I really like this feature. It brings all sorts of build diversity in the game. It makes almost all cards relevant. Even cards that are lower in the tier can be really good depending on what their playstyle is and how you can utilize them with the plays you currently have. And it does make good players like Kirk Cousins, on the other hand, maybe not so good because his playstyle isn't all that great, to be honest. But either way, hopefully this video helped you. And like I said, the link for the spreadsheet will be in the description. If you want to go check out a stream, which we stream over on Twitch quite often, link for that as well as my Twitter will be in the description too. So let me know what you think, and hopefully this video helped you. We'll be getting more out, of course, as we learn more stuff, and I'll try to see if I could get in contact with them to let us know what the names of these things or these little icons or these playstyles are actually called, so I don't have to call them heart and tough or power and lightning and all those silly things. But either way, I will see y'all next time. Hopefully y'all had a great weekend. We are out. Peace.